Hey everybody, Bud here with Mental Game Mechanics, and I'm excited today to talk to you in a snowstorm. I had an interesting experience this morning with the snow. I woke up and had a driveway full of snow and realized that I needed to do some shoveling, and I really wasn't excited about it. And actually, I live next to a couple of widows, one across the street and one next to me, and so I always try to make sure that they're squared away if there's snow and stuff like that. And anyway, for whatever reason, I really wasn't feeling up to shoveling a whole bunch of snow. 3 driveways, a bunch of sidewalks, I was not looking forward to it. And my elbow hurt from going to the gym, stuff like that. I just didn't have the motivation, wasn't really excited about getting out and shoveling a bunch of snow, as you can imagine. And anyway, as I was getting up and bundling up, I realized, oh my gosh, we have a snowblower that we haven't used for a year or two. So I actually got in the shed here, pulled the snowblower out, and tried to get it running. We didn't have any gas, so I had to get in the car and drive through the crazy snowstorm this morning and find some gas and also look for some oil. And I ended up finding both, but at 2 different places. So just crazy, right? Just all over trying to get this thing going. Finally get back home, and I start pulling, get gas in the snowblower, and start pulling on the starter cord, and pulling on it. About 10 minutes go by that I'm not able to get this thing started, and it's just, I'm so frustrated at this point, and so it just won't start. And here I am, ready to quit. Right, I was done. I was just like, okay, this isn't gonna work. I'm wasting my time now. Let's just start shoveling. And just as I was ready to be done, I was like, okay, we'll give it a few more pulls. And on one of those pulls, it just went. It started chugging for about 5-10 seconds, but it was just enough. It was just enough to keep me going. It was just enough that I thought, oh, great, we'll just keep pulling on this till it starts. Right? That's the barrier, right? If it's not gonna go, it's not gonna go. It shouldn't chug if it's not gonna go. So anyway, that gave me just the hope I needed. So I pulled it a few more minutes, and it got started and got rip-roaring. Got 3 driveways done, a whole bunch of sidewalk. Just got it all knocked out really quick. So it was nice to have it done. But as I was snow blowing the driveways, I pondered on this thought, and it hit me. How many times in life, in marriages, in work, your business, relationships with friends, family, whatever, how many times just when we're done, just about when we're ready to quit, just about when we think we're not gonna go any further, do we just get caught up in how bad it sucks and when we're ready to be done, versus just taking a second and stopping to kind of celebrate where we've been and where we've gone. Right. As I was pulling on the snowblower, all it took was one little 5-second chug for me to go, oh, it's gonna go, it's gonna start, I'm gonna keep going. In all of the things that we do in life, I think it's really easy to get caught up in all of the negativity, especially with the news and all the bad media and all the stuff and the pressure that happens in our lives. It comes down on us and makes us feel like failures. It makes us feel like we suck. Makes us feel like we're no good. Makes us feel like we're not ever going to be or amount to anything. We're not going to achieve the success that we might deserve or think that that we should get or earn. And it was in that moment when that thing chugged, and after I pondered on it for a minute, that I realized that all it takes for us to keep momentum moving forward is for us to keep track of where we've been and where we've come from and the journey and the progress that we've made, right? So I know in several times throughout my life, every time that I've looked back to understand where I've been, it's really kind of helped me to better understand all of the successes and better understand the journey that's come to get to me to where I am today, and that's helped me move forward. And so if we can just take a minute ponder on where we've been, what we've done, and what's been successful, and celebrate that in the moment, it's going to give us leverage to propel us to the next thing in the future. It's going to help us move forward with a brighter future, move forward with more confidence, more focus, and I think more capability. It's going to give us and empower us with so many things if we just stop and just take a second and then move forward. So think about that, as you're considering all the things, if you're ever in that moment where you're feeling like a failure, right? Consider how far you've come, how much you've done, and what you've done to get to where you are today, and that's going to help you and celebrate that, right? Today is your day to celebrate. If you're feeling like a failure, if you're having success, keep celebrating. If you're not having success, start celebrating. And if you do that, you're going to find yourself way more confident. You're going to find yourself having the confidence that you need to do what you need to do. And I'm really cold right now, but I just want to emphasize this because I thought it was a really fascinating point, right? Just when we're about to quit, if you just find that little bit of hope, it's going to push you to the next thing, and it's going to push you through those barriers that you're experiencing. So I leave you with that and hope you have a great day.